A very good day to you folks. Welcome to Speed Gaming and welcome to our next match in the Metroid Prime Randomizer 2023 tournament. You thought the marathon was over? Not quite yet. Today we have got XenoWars and Audraxys in our next match in round 4. I'm Captain MD and today I'm joined by Digglewrath. How you doing today?
It just hit me that I might have been doing this for like 4 years. What a weird thought.
Yeah.
Anyways, hello and welcome. I hope you're ready for a race because, oh boy.
Indeed. Our runners here are 1 and 2 today, so they're trying to fight for a chance to break even here as we finish up round 4. Last match of the day, but we still got a few left. Actually, we've got 1 or 2 matches left for Sunday. I think it's just 1. Yeah, we've got 1 more match queued up for Sunday evening, so we're almost done with this this marathon for the week.
And we get to do it again next week, and the week after that.
Yep. So we have our boss or mini fight room start. Where do you want to see? How do you want to see things play out today, Diggle?
I want to see Elite Research because I still haven't gotten over the 12 minutes of time loss I started with in my race.
Oh
I
my!
want someone else to experience my pain.
Oh my!
What are you hoping for?
Ooh, that's a great question. What's one of the worst warp to start points you can have for isolating the world? Mama Sheegoth.
Oh, yeah. That's about as far as you can get from Chozo, I feel like. Well, maybe not the farthest. But it's not good either.
Indeed, because it's at least you're gonna get like wave beam bombs. Actually, can you even? Oh, it's a mine start.
Oh, yes, yes!
Where are we? Where are we? Oh, it's OP. It's taking too long to load. It's OP.
Nope!
All right, what have we got? Power bombs, boost ball, ice beam, and morph ball with energy tanks.
I am so happy right now. My apologies to the runners. Maybe they'll do better than I did.
Diggle, it's as you say, the house always wins. I honestly thought it was OP given how long the room was taking to load.
Yeah, this room takes about as long to load.
Oh, and it's NSJ too, so good luck dodging the majority of these shockwaves without some perfect jump timing.
Oh, I think this has to be Space Jump then. Audraxys is showing off the AI manipulator. Just walk around in a circle, and no peripheral vision.
And indeed, it is Space Jump. So, we're stuck in mines. We need Wave Beam to get out. Or we need to get to PPC, which good luck doing that right now without Spider Ball.
Oh, I hope they know that to use power bombs to get out of the boost slot, because that is very required here.
Yeah, luckily, being given 2 extra energy tanks to start will definitely make life a little more cozy. But it is still very much crowded in this room.
So this has to be wave beam up here, otherwise they just can't leave the room.
That would explain the boost ball. But it looks like Xeno's gonna go down. Or not.
I think Xeno doesn't want to face the truth. Or is just looking for a turret. I highly recommend the baby strats after what happened to me in this room. You can go fast, potentially, but you could also die like 5 times.
Alright, and we are going to see what is in here. And yeah, Audraxys definitely making sure to take... Oh, no! Beam is misaligned.
Oh, no.
Depth perception sucks in this room. That should be okay. Ooh, that last boost might have been a mistake.
I think it's fine.
Oh, never mind.
Everything
Yeah.
is fine.
And yet it's wave. All right, so we've got space jump, boost ball, power bombs, ice beam, and wave beam with space jump in tow. So honestly, this is pretty
Don't
good.
go that way, Audraxys. Nothing's in logic and waste disposal. Soft lock. Oh, I hope they can do spiderless.
Good luck doing spiderless without any bombs to BSJ with.
That shaft is just standables. It's the other spiderless shaft that has a BSJ at the start.
Oh, the orb one.
Yeah.
All right, I'll make the joke. Orb. All right, well, it looks like Xeno's going to follow suit here, or is thinking about it.
Don't do it. Jump down. Just jump down in Elite Research. Without getting shot, preferably. Audraxys is just doing a pretty good job climbing this room.
Indeed, they're able to at least escape.
They're going towards PPC. That's interesting.
Is...
This is not in logic.
Okay.
I wouldn't be doing this personally.
So we flat out just can't get to PPC at all in logic right now, right?
No.
Okay. And it looks like XenoWars did back up.
Yeah.
And seeing as we're here already, might as well just go ahead and turn off the thing. Ooh. Oh. Oh.
Oh no.
Spider Ball and Boombox. Talk about weird.
I think that means they're meant to get various. Oh, what is that?
What?
What is that check?
Uh...
As in, like, how do you get there? I guess you gravity through TFT or just walk through Fendrana?
Maybe, because we can't get to Workstation from Fiery Shores, because we would need Gravity Suit, since Spider Ball's in here. All right, chat.
Via waste disposal. Baja brings up an excellent point.
After bombs, oh yeah, because then you could just move the things with the Spider Ball. Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense either.
Well, you enter from waste disposal and drop down to that ice door.
Right. Okay.
So you don't need a spider at all. That route.
Okay.
XenoWars audio is a little quiet. Let me see if I can't turn that up.
Sounds fine on my end, but... Alright, what do we got in Security Access A? The missile launcher. Alright.
Yeah.
No missile launcher shenanigans today. Good power bomb refills as well. Alright, main quarry with this mess of a setup. Let's see how this plays out. Audraxys going to ventilation shaft.
This is a really interesting play that I personally do not agree with. I mean, okay, so they like this item.
And to be fair, though, you'll be able to get to Centro Dynamo and bust out.
Yeah, I would just prefer to come here with bombs and a reason to look down here.
Okay, I could see Audraxys stopping here for a missile launcher. Or for a missile tank. And I think Xeno is going to go for that power bomb in main quarry.
Yeah.
Although with main power bombs in tow already, it's not the biggest deal.
Oh yeah, we can't do Central Dynamo. Yeah, there'll be a puddle and then that's a soft lock.
Right, no bombs. Is the save station door open if the cloak...
This is a soft lock.
Oh. So Audraxys is going to have to proceed through, unless this is bombs.
Can't be bombs.
It can't be bombs?
The puddles can only be destroyed by bombs.
Right. And I assume the mazes don't adjust based on, like, that even being a possibility.
It's Metroid Prime. What do you think? The answer is no.
What is that anyway?
Is that a nothing?
Yep.
Bear with us. The commentary stream is especially grainy and today.
And let's see, 3, 4, 5. I'm not even. I might count squares here, but
There's the puddle, and that's rip.
And there's no. I assume power bombs don't work.
They do not. I've done this before. I believe there is a single no puddle maze. Good luck getting it out of like 300 possible mazes, I think, if I'm recalling correctly.
Yeah. And that's unfortunately going to be a full reset for Audraxys. That is not going to feel good.
XenoWars is doing the Audraxys funnel boost. Will pay off.
That was an interesting boost because the boost was done facing the camera, not facing the wall.
I find that much harder to line up, and I don't like to do it.
And it looks like XenoWars is trying to break out here and succeeds. Well done. That was some impressive wall boosting.
Fair enough, then. Yeah, it makes sense when you're halfway down, when you get halfway down. But it's just hard to time.
Well, with boost, luckily we can bar skip here and go to Great Tree Chamber. Reverse Frigate would need wall boosting to proceed too much further, but through Audraxys Tunnel again. But Life Grove is actually with Spider Ball already in play, but Xeno doesn't know that. Well, Xeno can get around the Spider Ball. I would assume withstandable.
Got spotted the second time because sometimes that just happens.
All right, so yeah, if Xeno elects to check Life Grove Tunnel, there are a large number of checks in this region with a whopping 4? Yeah, 4 checks. So
there's no reason Xeno wouldn't. It's all on logic.
Indeed. Granted, they don't know about the Spider Ball, but even still.
I think that standable's in logic anyways.
It probably is. That it sounds like it should be beginner standable. Whoops. Once again, depth perception.
This is an especially irritating standable. It's a very narrow piece of collision. And you can get a
Indeed.
little bit janked out by the surrounding collision as well.
Yeah.
But second try is perfectly fine. Actually, don't. Oh. We're silly.
This is gonna be.
It looks like Xeno knows what's up here, at least.
You mentioned the one maze combo. I think they added extra maze combos in Remastered too.
Huh, neat. This is the joys of wall boosting. You run your face into a wall, and sometimes you get the magic yeet.
Yeah, I've gotten competent at a couple of wall boosts, and that's mainly just because I've been eyeballing it.
I think this one is especially bad, if I recall correctly, because it's very slightly slanted inwards.
Yeah, the camera's not perfectly perpendicular to the player.
Not the camera, the collision that you're boosting up. So it's
Alright.
easier to get out than to get in.
And that's exactly what Xeno's done. And they're going to go to Farchozo.
Alright. Audraxys, meanwhile, going back for Spider, by the looks of things.
Yeah, that knowledge of Spider Ball is still a big plus right now, because Xeno's not going to be heading anywhere in that neighborhood until after a warp to start, assuming Audraxys doesn't reset again here after taking a death to a power pirate.
Nice power bomb drop. Oh, there we go.
Hopefully a red energy orb, yes.
Prefer to gold, but you can't get anything in this game, so... At least it wasn't 5 missiles. And there's plasma. But why?
That's the wrong beam. Okay.
What does that even do?
It means we can have fun full clearing literally the whole game looking for everything else. Except super missile lock stuff.
Yeah. This would be a terrible seed to get a PMT artifact.
Oh yes. Oh, so much yes. Give me some of that, please. To be fair, we did have an OP artifact yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Or a PCA specifically, but might as well be OP.
It is OP. It is OP. OP has 2 checks. Xeno is going to attempt to break out of Chozo with more wall boost, or just save the game. You know what? Saving the game is actually completely fair after that start.
Yeah,
not something you want to repeat again, let alone 5 times.
Yeah, Philip is already an annoying enough fight as is.
The only thing you can do in Elder Chamber is leave. That's great.
Oh, you know where
Not
bombs
Elder
could
Chamber,
actually.
all the Elders.
You know where bombs could actually be, as chat points out? It could be in Storage Depot A. Behind Plasma Beam.
Oh, you're right. Wow. I'm just thinking like, oh, bombs could be vanilla, but no.
I mean, they could. Nothing stopping it.
Flamethrower bombs. Oh, that's what that is about. Oh no.
I mean, again, if the game says it can happen, it can happen. Rando cares not for the journey you must take, only that it may be logically taken.
If not going past Central Dynamo will not unlock the save room.
So you have to pick up the item to kill the force field.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of yikes. Unfortunately, Audraxys lost their missile from Vent Shaft, so they have to improvise now, except Xeno has reset out of Crossway. Interesting. They might be thinking about save warping and doing another sweep of mines, checking boombox and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Audraxys, yep, climbing PBC to go to Magmore. Again, I don't agree with this play because it is so far out of logic. Like, bombs have to be somewhere, right? And it's not going to be in this direction in order to get that spider.
So the game doesn't assume you can just go up the lip automatically, which game physics lets you do sometimes.
Hints are... This is the one time where I wouldn't check hints first, just because it's kind of annoying to get to. You'd have to go all the way out of Chozo from the front just to get hints, and maybe I would do that to get hints. But I think I would personally stick around to at least look for bombs first.
I think that is what Xeno is doing here, is going straight for Storage Depot A. Oh yeah, we could have checked,
No bombs for, to get
Right.
the overgrown cavern elevator.
Yeah, because you have to bomb jump up the save station, or wall boost it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah!
Oh my god. Wow. Incredible seed.
And meanwhile, Xeno's just looking at this like, what has been rolled here? Who rolled this, by the way, Aaron?
I don't know, I didn't ask.
Because I know Aaron was the room moderator for this one. Or the race time room gen for this one.
Spider should be in logic now. I don't know
Yeah.
if Xeno will necessarily opt to stay in mines now.
Yeah, because now the whole world is open. You can go pretty much anywhere except Magmore. Except any heated Magmore zones.
Baja made this. Thank you, Baja.
Wonderful.
The story is bombs and storage depot A. It's not a good seed.
All right, so that's missiles in workstation, and it looks like Audraxys is going to go to quarantine cave.
Yeah, that's...
Not a whole heck of a lot you can do in this direction.
Yeah, I mean, everything's out of logic, right? So I really doubt Audraxys is going to find anything. Unless they're just warping to start first.
You could fight Thardus with this equipment and get
that would be
out.
So bad.
But yeah, you just have no bombs to accelerate the accelerate between phases.
Yeah.
Also, Audraxys has less than 50 HP, so...
Oh, Audraxys saved and got a refill.
Oh, right.
If I agree with leaving or breaking logic like this, or if I disagree with breaking logic like this, to even check past PPC, then I definitely disagree with a Fendrana play.
All right, so Storage Depot B had an energy tank. Transport Access has missiles, which Audraxys cannot pick up due to missing a plasma.
The starting room was elite research. The runners did better than me, though. I will freely admit. They got out in 1 or 2 deaths. 0 or 1. Rather. And Xeno picking up the spider, it's gonna be taking the one advantage Audraxys has here.
Yeah, I think the play would be especially... I think what would make this play better for Audraxys if we were to find some like artifacts, so that at least you are getting something useful on your way through.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a barrier suit. Okay. Well, alright.
Well then. Okay, so yeah, because after getting bombs and stuff, going to Fendrana from workstation makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's in our eyes, that's a perfectly logical Various suit. So yeah, once again, we would like to enlighten the audience that our runners may now pretty much clear the entirety of the game looking for the artifacts.
Mm-hmm.
So in this context, after Various suit, I think you do rush hints.
Mm-hmm.
Because at worst, you're going to need super missiles. Because it seems like Xeno can get around stuff without gravity suit based on the Hydroaxis tunnel wall boosting.
I'll have to check PCA. I guess you do that while you're down here.
Yeah.
5 missiles. I'm actually surprised that Xeno went into further into mines after getting bombs. I thought they would have turned around for him. Oh, Audraxys has not picked up the theirs. I guess they're not comfortable with the slope jump to get out of there.
They do not have missiles to knock down the pillar.
Yeah, that's also a pretty large problem. Probably a larger problem than trick knowledge.
And the only other missile they have seen in Fendrana is Transport Access, which they cannot get due to missing a plasma beam.
I wonder at what point Audraxys begins to think that they left something behind in Upper Mines or Chozo. Or Life Grove area. Oh, Life Grove's in logic now.
Yes.
I mean, everything's in logic, so, like, whatever.
I mean, why not just go to, well, obviously X-ray visor, but why not just go to Lower Mines right now? I wonder if we're going to see that. What was that? Upper Gravity Chamber had something.
I missed it completely. There is no thing in the lower check.
I think there's also nothing upper either, so I think it's double nothings.
Excellent.
Oh, hey, Xeno has Plasma Beam. Extra fight.
Upper gravity was a no thing. Okay.
Yeah, Gravity Chamber not providing the goods unlike yesterday. Yesterday it had literally everything. This maze looks like trash.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Audraxys could have picked up the workstation missile, but no.
And it would appear that Xeno is not interested and will be leaving, but thankfully this is safe to do now.
Oh yeah. It is no longer a crash risk.
Yeah, and since Xeno can get all the way to MQB, they'll probably just save warp out and go through lower mines at this point.
Yeah.
And a couple more energy tanks have popped up as well, so this room isn't the worst. I did not see what that was in Research Core. It is missiles, which we maybe will see Audraxys go for. They are taking the time to knock out all the defenses and make this climb a little less painful.
They've just inflicted dark labs on themselves. But the farther they go, the farther they leave Varia behind.
Yeah, I'm sure the knowledge of Varia is in their mind.
Okay, they're opting to leave.
Ooh, Xeno almost got the scan dash, but platform slipped out. Doing Metroid areas with only 5 missiles is not fun.
Yeah, this is really bad.
Especially when they're pixels away from nailing you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Xeno is setting up for a scan dash here. Nope, missed the platform entirely.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, there's some more missiles in Research Lab Aether.
Some missiles, not more missiles. Just some. I find with this dash that... got it this time. But with this dash, I find it helps to turn to the left a little bit, just so that your left side is, like, parallel to the ledge, or is it perpendicular? Something. I think it's perpendicular. Point is, you want your sideways speed cap to be as high as possible. And if you're just holding back, you're not necessarily going to the opposite edge of the area with the greatest speed.
I think that was a energy tank in MQA. And so Xeno's gonna like to skip it.
Grab.
I think Audraxys, now knowing with those missiles, has actually just doubled back towards Frost Caves. So yeah, they're thinking about Varia Suit, hands down.
Nice dash.
So yeah, Xeno's just gonna go all the way to MQB.
Yeah, if you went this far, you might as well keep going. You're not going to turn around after MQA. Especially after not doing Central Dynamo.
So Audraxys walks out of here with a Varia Suit. Well, needs to kind of do some underwater shenanigans here to get out.
Yeah, there's a little divot in the ice hole that you gotta do a slope jump. Oh, that works too.
Just like that.
I do think that Audraxys will be incentivized to go into Magmor now, unfortunately, away from plasma and bombs.
Yeah, that actually could be a real problem because there are some danger rooms in Magmor, like plasma processing and transport tunnel A, that need the stuff that they don't have access to. They haven't gotten right now.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. Phazon Mining Tunnel is missiles.
Good. The runners will probably have to see that. Xeno is at least.
Alright, now we've got Fungal Hall B here. So we have pretty much this and that's it. We may be able to peek like an artifact out of MQB. If it's the one that's particularly giant, but which I think it's Life Giver, but nope.
Only takes one Metroid to bully. Audraxys is warped to start, meanwhile.
Okay, so they're heading back in the direction of at least. Well, they have to go get Plasma Beam first.
Hmm. And I feel like at this point that's where they're going to go. We'll see how long it takes for them to cotton on to Store Depot A, though, because that is an extremely unintuitive and frankly bad play normally to just backtrack in this scenario.
Yeah, because in this case, Audraxys has Various Suit already. Xeno will get it soon, because it's just convenient to go to Farfandrana now out of PPC, although they've also unlocked Talon. Whoa, yeet.
I like to do that sometimes. It's really inconvenient.
Yeah, what that trooper just did there was slope jump. Whoops,
Oops.
too far.
Yeah, you gotta stop moving before you let go so you don't just forward momentum off like that.
Oh, Audraxys is getting bullied in this hallway.
Not wasting a power bomb on them. I mean, fair enough, but the room after this is a very good source of power bombs.
Alright, and I can't see through the blast shield what was in MQB, so we're gonna have to leave that behind for now. Although it really can't, well, it could be a suit, but it can't be, or a visor, but it can't be a whole lot else.
Yeah. The way I would up you first.
I was just going to say, Xeno is making that save warp now back to Elite Research.
Yep. I'm pretty certain Audraxys will go and pick up Plasma, but I feel like they're not going to get bombs until they warp to start and just check SDA. That's the play I would end up making every time.
Yeah, this could be a little bit complex here.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is there's really no good way to route this, because you have to get Spider Ball, go back to Farchozo for Plasma Beam, and then go back to Storage Depot A for bombs.
Yeah, and like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna go back for like one check, or are you gonna proceed into the most check dense area in the game? Like, it's the correct decision every time is going to be going to Chozo, but the seed. I'm surprised XenoWars is going this way, but
Ooh, not enough height.
mm-hmm. I find you have to do a slope jump here off. There's like a tiny little incline where that standable is, and if you move into it, you get a little extra height.
Yeah, that is exactly what Xeno's trying to do, and succeeds that time. There is definitely a Metroid tootling around up here.
Also going into PPC area again.
Yeah, I think XenoWars is thinking about Fandrana now too, which makes a lot of sense.
But I do think the stronger play here is to get hints, because you can access everywhere. Might as well look for Phazon on the way.
Yeah, the downside is if you want to go to hints, you have to go all the way through Chozo to get to main plaza. or you need to do reverse gravityless frigate to get to landing site.
Mm-hmm.
So take your pick. It's trash either way. Although with the Play Main Plaza, you can at least check a lot of items along the way.
Yeah.
You could check Furnace, maybe Zoid.
Audraxys is not going into Life Grove.
And you know what's...
Oh, go ahead.
Go on, go on.
I was saying, which is the correct decision here, most likely.
Yeah, it's a pretty solid play, but here's the kicker. Despite everything we have seen, we have not seen an artifact. So there is a good chance these artifact locations are really bad. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if 2 of them are super missile locked. Calling it right now. Hey, you got your prediction with Elite Research, I'm calling mine. Either way, we win. Alright, so without bombs, Audraxys is going to unfortunately have to bug out of here.
That also, there were no RAs or gentlemen in this race. But per the settings of the round, they got to start in like one of, I think, 9 boss or mini-boss locations. They got to start in Elite Research. I made a pretty good laugh for that when that happened.
Alright, so XenoWars is actually going to go ahead and knock out plasma processing since that actually doesn't require a Varia suit.
Mm-hmm. Non-zero chance they opt to just jump through Twin Fire Tunnel.
Okay, yeah, this is a plasma processing play. Yeah, I like doing this now, because you're passing through the area, you're probably not coming back anytime soon.
Yeah. And, Varia's in Frost Cave. Yeah, power bombs do not work on bomb slots. Oh,
Yeah.
Audraxys is stuck here without, a really bad roll-in.
Oh, yeah, because that pipe is in such a wonky spot that wall boosting isn't really going to work.
Yeah, I always forget about this bomb requirement.
Yeah, I didn't think about that either.
And even if Audraxys gets in, then they just get to do another wall boost. I guess they are being funneled back to a stored decoy more strongly than I thought.
Alright, plasma processing is missiles, and not worth picking up because that just makes rooms harder. And per your prediction, we are going to see the run to Twin Fires. Wow, how is this entire stretch not heated?
You just have Varia at this point. You see the one room that's super heated. Don't go in there because it's killing you and you can't get through there anyways. And then you just have Varia in the future. There's no way this game is incredibly broken and lets you get skip Varia, let alone randomizers. That's definitely not a thing in 2002. To be fair, they weren't really.
Alright, so we have made it to the elevator. So Xeno, our first runner into early talent at 37 minutes.
It's not the missiles, Nasu, and then plasma processing. Picking up plasma processing turns on some really nasty layers in like PPC and some other rooms that are just really annoying to deal with. So you can just not pick up the item and have a much easier time in those rooms in the future.
I've also just realized there are going to be a lot of Metroids. I think it's a grand total of 13 this time because of us starting with 6 items. And yeah, Audraxys has had enough and is going to reset.
I hope they have plasma still.
Good question. The in-game time is already going to be way off because they had a full reset.
Several.
19 minutes. Yeah, that
I think
sounds...
they saved just before Plasma Beam.
Even then, it should be just a quick hop across.
Are they going to, or are they going to follow XenoWars and do the Heckless Heck run?
Okay, yeah, it is before Plasma, but Audraxys is going to go right back for it. It should only take about 5 minutes.
I wouldn't say that just yet. It looks like they're trying to climb up this room to go towards waste disposal. Well, never mind, actually. I guess they want whatever. Like, they want the extra power bomb expansion in Quarry, right?
I guess that's fair.
I don't think Storage Depot A is on Audraxys' mind as a in logic check.
All right, we're gonna see Arbor Chamber, which is another power bomb.
And we're gonna see waste disposal be immediately left because no bombs. Better to enter waste disposal from bottom without bombs than top.
Oh yeah, because that'd be a painful realization to try and figure out how to get back out.
That was a reset for me when I did it in my race.
Oof.
Okay, Audraxys is going back towards Talon and possibly Cho. So maybe they've realized that Storage Depot A is the play. Meanwhile, ship.
All right, well that was an energy tank that XenoWars literally ran right by.
SMH my head.
All right, Space Jump totally not first is missiles.
Space Jump like 23rd or something, maybe.
All right, yep, 40 minutes later, we're going to see artifact hints. And again, a reminder to the audience, we have not seen any.
Oh, these are going to be bad, I feel it.
Unless they're all chilling in like main plaza or something, yeah, there's a very high chance we're going to be in trouble this seed. And I think Xeno's going to read right away because at this point, the world is their oyster.
Yeah. Some runners will delay reading hints for when you need to make a routing decision. And that's basically all that's left in the seed, is to make a lot of routing decisions. Ooh, Wave Buster. There's the plasma.
All right, Xeno, give it to us straight. How bad is it?
I think Audraxys is going to be doing a save warp here. No!
It's trying to get to Overgrown Cavern.
This is why you don't see more wall boosts in races.
Yeah, lining this up is just painful. Just looks painful. Because that looks like a very hard wall boost.
Yeah, it's extremely inconvenient. I think it's easier to roll off the top of the save station to get into it. Okay, we're seeing a warp start. Storage Depot A might be checked soon.
All right, here we go. What have we got? How bad is it? We have Control Tower, Sun Chamber, Research Lab Hydra, Furnace, Biohazard Containment, and Tower Chamber.
This is terrible!
I do not call this on purpose!
Yeah!
We need super missiles for exactly 2 artifacts.
Oh my god, you got it right. Baja, let me make seeds instead. If Chad is coming for your head, let me take the heat.
Are you sure about that?
I mean, I'm already infamous and reviled. What could possibly... Wow, that pirate corpse went flying.
They do go flying when they're hit by plasma beam. But yeah, no, like all of those artifacts are terrible, except Control Tower. Control Tower is not the worst in the universe, but what is that? Nothing.
No thing here. Tower Chamber also isn't bad. But it's like Sun Chamber. That might be a third Supers check, actually, logically, depending on which Sun Chamber.
Oh yeah. Well, now I just hope it's Flogger, so it's at least a. Oh no, Supers could totally be on OP right now if we find X-Ray
Anywhere, basically, and that's great. And
Oh,
we've seen very little of the seed.
That's the strange part. We've been locked into Mines and Far Chozo for the better part of the last 30 minutes.
Audraxys, unfortunately, did not check store deep away by the looks of things.
Ew, that's pretty much no good.
I'm pretty certain their plan is going to be to route through Magmore much the same way XenoWars did.
Problem is they have to stop for bombs first, which that's not going to happen while they're in PPC.
Yeah, that's behind them. They had to go. That's so unfortunate. Bombs really are only 3 rooms away from the starting room. I think Audraxys has just straight up forgotten that Star Deep Away is, like, a thing. Maybe not, like, completely forgotten, but just, like, so far. Like, normally it's a pretty useless check, right? And, unfortunately, I don't think Audraxys has realized that it's, been in logic very early, relatively, this seed. XenoWars is attempting to look in tree. You need to be looking a little farther to the right to, get this. Maybe a little closer.
I think I saw an item for a magic pixel, but I couldn't tell what it was.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I saw it on the playback. Non-zero chance it was a Metroid.
Heck yeah. I think Audraxys just went back to Andrana. Oh no, that is the Mines Elevator, my bad. Also, nice spreader.
Yeah. Not supers, but we're not going to say no to it either way.
It's one super from a certain point of view.
Pity this isn't Door Rando because we already have Wave Buster and Ice Spreader. We can actually open up all but 2 types of doors, which would be Flamethrower and Supers doors.
Oh, you're right.
Except, wait until we start showcasing Echo's Door Rando on SpeedGaming.
It's gonna be so bad. I've played 1 Door Rando seed for Echo so far, and it was, pretty close to being one of the worst Echo seeds I've ever played, if not the worst.
I can imagine that. I'm gonna give it a shot myself once the build hits in a couple days. Assuming it is coming out in 5.9.
I feel like you could go up to 6.0 with Echo's Door Rando.
And clarify with chat, the missing artifact... Oh, never mind. Tower of Progression is Tower of Progression.
Wow.
All right, have fun full clearing literally the whole game looking for Phazon suit.
Yeah, that's... I mean, Xeno will most likely be going for the Impact Crater Hinge.
Yeah, that's a pretty safe bet. So I think actually we can... You know, we just went from calling the seed trash to basically seed solved. Barring an OP incident.
Yeah, Tower of Light does tend to do that, apparently.
Tower of Progress. Yeah, ever since like the last year or so, it just really boggles my mind. I'm sure somebody can check through the VODs and run some numbers for us, but Tower of Light has been an insanely big hotbed for progression.
Yeah, I'd say like more than half of the seeds at least.
Definitely feels like it's 50-50 at least. But yeah, I think this effectively... Oh, maybe this wasn't a Metroid. It definitely wasn't a Metroid, but it's not Phazon suit either.
Well, that's helpful for biohazard containment.
That's true. We do have to go there.
That's actually... Wow, that's actually really convenient then.
And even if we didn't have supers, we could have done early wild easily for Sun Chamber artifacts. So given the circumstances and how early Spider Ball was, I'm still going to call that supers. And given the level of these runners, they probably don't need super missiles for early wild.
I mean, they have spiders, so just slow down enough.
I'm still gonna call it two supers required artifacts regardless.
Xeno unfortunately remembered that they can enter from the back of Flogger to make that much faster.
Yeah, and it will be much faster, even with power bombs especially.
Mm-hmm. Oh, a visor!
Oh yeah, because I guess power bombs just work on those, sure.
There's no way a player could get power bombs for this check. Actually, I guess it's optional. Maybe it's deliberate behavior. I don't know. Oh, they're just bomb damage triggers. Okay.
Oh.
So is this X-ray or thermal?
This,
oh, it is X-ray. Duh.
That's really good.
Yeah, now OP isn't even that bad. Wow. All right. Early chosen strikes again. Even when he's starting the latest game area you possibly can in these settings.
And now Phazon suit can be literally anywhere.
But we have an hint for that. Unfortunately, Audraxys needed like this to not happen to have a chance of catching up. Unfortunately, this really couldn't have gone any worse for Audraxys. Getting literally, like, that's pretty much every viable out for Audraxys. Just gone.
Yeah, really unfortunate. I would definitely pass through a couple missile tanks on your way here, because now we've got 45, which is not a whole lot to work with, especially when you have two good super combos.
Yeah, Phazon and Magmor could be good, but Xeno does have a fair amount of E-tanks and might be picking up more just for that.
Remind me, our artifacts are what? Hydra, Sun Chamber somewhere in Hydra. Did I say Hydra already? No, Biohazard.
Yeah. Hydra, Biohazard Containment, Sun Chamber, Tower Chamber. That's 4.
Because we might actually be getting away without Various Suit here.
That's possible.
I think Xeno can get away without Various Suit.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because all they would have to do is do the same backwards VMR from Fiery Shores to Workstation, and that wouldn't be particularly stressful anyway.
The worst that could happen is, like, Phazon Storage Cavern, or whichever one that is behind Triclops Pit.
Yeah, Storage Cavern. That, actually, yeah, that's the only thing Various Suit could be required for. Hey, folks, you want to...
Technically, it is required for all the front half of Magmor, but you can just run fast and not die.
Yeah, and we're getting a handful of energy tanks, but I still wouldn't even attempt this without 8. Maybe 2 suits, maybe you can drop it to 7, but because DOTs do benefit from, or suit resistances do cancel out the damage over time effects as well. By the way, welcome to literally the easiest Flogger fight.
It doesn't even fight back. It's just soaking up the sun, or just like blowing it up.
It's not even soaking up the sun. The dishes aren't down.
Oh. It's fasting. What do you want from it?
It's literally chilling. Yeah, Audraxys is about to get the very bad news that these artifacts are all pretty trash, if not spread out. Because, yeah, we've got Hydra and Biohazard are literally the two polar opposite corners of the world.
Do they need bombs for any of these artifacts?
Well, Sun Chamber's the obvious one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's... Oh, wow. There was a world where they just skip bombs the seed. But that world is not located in Sun Chamber.
Nice cutscene skip.
Furnace would be really bad as well for, Hey, there you go. Exactly 2 super tracks.
I still don't call this trash on purpose.
Furnace would be pretty bad to boost out of, because I think we've seen Upper Furnace already, so it would have to be the lower item, and that's
Not funny.
No. If it were upper furnace, then you could at least do a funny strat where you go to where you do the bomb jump, but then you just roll onto the spider track and get up that way.
So Xeno, I do note that Xeno is just literally gunning it for artifacts. Didn't even bother attempting ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, what are the artifacts? Furnace. Yeah, Xeno's gonna go for furnace now.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna get furnace, and then after that,
Make some of these miscellaneous checks on the way.
yeah, you're here. You might as well do it. I mean, you have 6 energy tanks now, so it's unlikely you're gonna get stopped by bees.
More E-tanks would be good.
All right.
Front Magmore, so we're gonna see some more of these checks.
This is actually probably Audraxys' best chance to check for Phazon suit and helps for us at home.
Mm-hmm. Nothing in a short tunnel.
Although doing Warrior Shrine would be... Well, actually, Warrior Shrine's wall boost is a little bit on the easier side.
Yeah, that one's tolerable.
Yep, Xeno just realizing they don't have Various suit yet.
Magnet pool.
So can't quite get to the training chamber neighborhood.
Oh, that must have been a nothing if they're not getting it. That looked like a suit for just a brief moment. But if Audraxys is not getting it, then... Yeah.
Oh, and I didn't see.
Yeah. I got excited for just a little bit.
Yeah, and this is the ultimate problem with Prime Rando at this point, is now we're looking for Phazon suit, and that can literally be anywhere right now that we haven't seen. Alright, it's not in Watery Hall.
Storage cavern, here we go. I think that was just an E-tank.
It was.
That probably seals the deal then, honestly, because you can VMR to a lava lake fairly easily.
Yeah, it'll cost a couple of energy tanks, but not too many more with Space Jump.
Mm-hmm.
Also got a nice grapple beam in Lower Dynamo as well. It's nice, I guess.
Now they can climb ore processing easier.
Which may end up happening because we have to go to... No, we don't have to go to MQB. No, we're done with mines, right?
Yeah, we're done with mines, actually.
Yeah. So we actually might never see Xeno Warp to start ever again, because warping to start now would be a disaster. Because you are now on... Well, actually, maybe not so much for the labs artifact. No, actually, that'd be pretty out of the way. Let's.
I could see a world where you warp to start and then just route to Artifact Temple that way. Pick up Biohazard Containment as your last artifact.
Yeah, let's see. Xeno's gonna go now to Furnace. I just noticed Xeno. Oh, it's the gravity suit model. Duh. I got thrown off by their colors, so I didn't realize it was gravity suit colors. Because the gravity suit has shoulder pads too.
No Zoid check. Understandable. Actually, more than understandable. It's very reasonable. Near that X-ray. Audraxys is not going to be happy to hear where people are in a post-race interview, assuming they don't ever find them.
No, it's just something you hate to see. Especially since, in this case, there is a lot you can do without bombs.
Yep.
Alright, that is artifact number 3 for XenoWars. Their remaining artifacts are Control Tower, Hydra, and Biohazard. So, Biohazard's probably next. I think Xeno's going to make a run to Frigate from here. Alright, now Audraxys is going to see the super missiles here and definitely be happy to see those for this, if nothing else, so the fact that they're needed for 2 artifacts.
Mm-hmm.
Oop, not enough height there. Takes a fall.
Well, we'll get at least one artifact, at least. Nice dash. Oh, interesting. XenoWars is opting to check the ice slot. There is no thing down there.
I can understand. Yeah, I can understand sweeping this area now just in case Phazon falls on your lap. Because you're passing through you're passing through the area. You're never coming back here again because you're making sure you clear everything out. So at the very least, if Phazon falls on your lap, you're saving a bunch of time. But if it's not here, then, you know, at the very least, if it says another area, you know, or if it says it's in Chozo, you know you've at least cleared this spot. Yeah. In which case, time to go back for Ghost or Zoid. Would it be great if Phazon's suit was on Zoid after all this time?
That would be something. Oh my god!
And behold, we can now open every door.
Every door that isn't in the seed.
Not this time. I think Xeno was about to bomb jump of some kind up here, but didn't realize that they already opened the door from Plasma Beam.
I think they just mismorphed. That's not where you stand to do any bomb jump in that room.
That's fair. I know I've done that multiple times too.
We need to get thermal doors and X-ray doors for Prime 1 door Rando, clearly.
Oh, could you imagine?
Parity it with Echo's door Rando. Also boost doors.
Yeah, Echo's door Rando is like, there's way more door types.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming they work, case in point with that random sonic boom lock that DCR just waltzed right by.
We are seeing the bios containment play now.
Yeah, that's that makes sense, because after this, you're in... You can take, let me think this through for a minute. After this...
No, visor doors aren't possible in Prime 1? No.
Unfortunate. Alright, we're seeing Audraxys reset here. This may be a play to Storage Depot A. Yeah, thermal list for this isn't too bad, honestly. Especially if you know where the switches are.
Yeah, and you're listening for the sound cues. Wait, oh, Audraxys is in Storage Depot. Oh, I think they remembered.
Yep, they're about to pick up bombs. Countdown to Extreme Rage in 3, 2, 1.
Time to check the race time. Nothing has been said since the beginning of the race. 1 hour and 5 minutes ago.
XenoWars getting hit by a lot of spankweeds along the way.
Yeah. Oh, Audraxys has the whole world open to them.
Yeah.
Now?
Whole world open, and they've seen forward Magmor, so the various who pick up ultimately just not coming in doing any good today.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's in Upper Fiery Shores, which is quite unlikely at this rate. Actually, I mean, I say unlikely, but it could just be there.
It's possible, but not probable.
Right. You say possible, improbable, but possible, but improbable. But and I'm reminded of a race. I think it was in the tournament 3 years ago, where it was Vanilla Phazon suit with Supers on OP.
Oh, I remember that. That was so bad.
I think I remember. I remember at least Bash Prime was commentating that one.
Audraxys opting to check Life Grove now. Interesting.
Yeah, we never.
Gravity?
No, they're probably looking for Phazon because Xeno had to bust out of this.
Right. And Audraxys never stepped in here, but I'm just surprised that they're doing this at all. So I'm assuming they're looking for gravity here and haven't seen a tree.
It could be gravity as well because it is needed logically for biohazard and not just logically, but for convenience's sake.
Yeah, it's a huge pain to skip gravity, honestly.
I think we will see Xeno make a pit stop here to check Life Grove because they knew about it from before. Because if Xeno doesn't check Life Grove here, it's going to be a last location. And if this is Phazon suit in the tunnel here, which it is.
Oh my god.
Then yeah, if this is a moment of truth suddenly. If Xeno checks Life Grove, they're in business. If not, Audraxys might actually turn this around. And based on that ascension, it looks like Xeno is going for it.
They're going for the elevator. Oh, they're going for it.
Yeah, this is very good for Xeno.
What a goofy seed.
Yeah, that had a chance to go completely sideways for XenoWars.
Oh, Audraxys should have gravity suit. Yeah, yeah, supers are right in front of a tree. Did they forget to check tree?
I can check when they pass Main Plaza again, but yeah, so it looks like we definitely could have gotten away without Various Suit this seed.
Yeah.
Which is why it was literally the farthest away in the universe. Kind of hard to gauge how Xeno's feeling about that. Never mind. Probably a little annoyed because they did want that earlier, but couldn't get the wall boost.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely made the right call to come back for it. Otherwise, we could have seen a disaster unfold. All right, so now Xeno is going back to Quarry. I assume this is a run to PPC for the Magmore elevator to Farfendrana, because that's where the remaining two artifacts are. They're right next to each other. Yeah.
Control Tower and...
Control Tower and Research Lab Hydra, they're right next to each other.
Right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess is the way. Neither way to Fendrana is particularly good here.
Yeah, because in Xeno's case, they would have to either VMR through Root Cave,
right.
through Transport Tunnel B, not Transport Tunnel B, through Fiery Shores, which isn't bad, but you have to go back through Frigate to get to Root Cave, or you go through Mines, which you've already basically run down to the ground and have opened up all the doors. Might actually be faster to... Would it be faster to save warp here?
From where they were, I don't think so.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they would just be going to Elite Research. Yeah, yeah. From Life Grove, it's not faster either way.
Okay, looks like XenoWars agrees with that, so... Yeah, I mean, this seed... I mean, it was still bad, but it could have been worse.
Mm-hmm. We could have had an artifact hint on PMT.
Yeah, we could have had an artifact on PMT. We could have had super missiles in a much worse spot, but Tower of Light being Tower of Light just fixed that. So yeah, I mean, I'm okay. I'm okay with the results. I still think the seed had enough trash to be worth it for the end of the day.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This was still a very entertaining race.
The early game was just a train wreck. Having to go to Far Chozo to get plasma and then back to Storage Depot A for bombs. That's not a fun time. And Audraxys is going for Flogra now, so this is going to give them the Sun Chamber artifact.
This really was the Final Fantasy 13 of Magmore's.
Please elaborate.
It's just a hallway. And Final Fantasy 13 is so linear that it's a hallway in 99% of the game. Okay, maybe like 90% of the game.
Yeah, because the whole open world stuff doesn't really kick in until the end of the game, right?
Yeah, and then it closes back up after you leave that chapter. I don't know why, but riding the platform there as it slowly gets across the top of the room, that just got a little chuckle out of me.
Well, to be fair, in Xeno's case, they don't know it yet, but they can relax a little bit. Since I would say, barring a technical disaster, they've got this in the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Audraxys unfortunately just took too long to go back for bombs. Was able to do a lot without them, to be fair.
Mm-hmm. But them also missing Gravity Suit when it was pretty much free from super missiles to pick it up. Yeah, so they'll have to either find gravity suit or do some really obnoxious stuff and forget. Yeah, I don't think there's a realistic world where Audraxys can come back at this point. Gravity was in the tree in Main Plaza. Still there, even, for in Audraxys' case. Probably a lot of nerves on Audraxys' and after missing bombs for so long, can't really blame him.
Yeah. Which is unfortunate because they got supers before bombs.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I've been there before where I've lost races to misinterpreting an item or just goldfish memorying something.
Yep.
So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't feel great.
Yeah.
All right, Xeno's probably going to grab the missiles that were here because why not? Yeah, if you could just pick up some extra free missiles for EXO, then you might as well just do it.
Oh yeah, and I feel like it's easier to just pick up the item than to like look at the item and then decide whether you're gonna morph and boost around or pick it up. So you just might as well commit like the muscle memory to, okay, I'm gonna go pick up this item. Oh yeah, we haven't found thermal.
Yeah, we really don't need it.
But think of the purple that you can see. Yeah, but yeah, we don't need thermal at this point. Just thermal would be nice to have, you know, but...
If Xeno's really lucky, it could fall onto their lap in Observatory.
Yeah.
That pirate just shot off into space. Like, shot off, like, at nothing. Has anybody ever ricocheted a shot off of the wave door into the Metroid?
I don't think so.
Because I'm looking... Because I'm looking at it, the angle would have had to be a little specific, but it would have been funny.
If you want to do a trick shot to break out the Metroid, you'd have to like fire a missile at it, and reflect it off the door, something like that.
No need to do any complex trickery here.
Oh, this is just a vanilla artifact. Wow.
Yep.
Oh man,
Tower
I'm gonna
chamber.
have such a fun time next week remembering what my major locations are because I'm so hundo brained that every check is about the same roughly.
The artifacts
or
count...
rando brained rather.
Now the artifacts count as major locations in the split, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Xeno making sure to jump into the door here instead of slide off. Yeah.
Fight trigger.
Yeah, because if you slide off, there's a good chance the horizontal momentum will kick you into the trigger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, PMT is going to be a major next week.
Oh no.
Oh no. I mean, but so is Phazon suit should also just be in major location.
Yeah, I think open world, I think seeds in that are going to be a little bit faster because you know where all the progression basically has to be.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still only 6 artifacts too, right? Yeah, it's only 6 artifacts. The only chance we could have had for 12 is if one of the week 6 options got called, but we didn't go with that one.
Phazon Mining Tunnel is the one room in the game that requires Phazon suit. So it's already kind of a bad check because Phazon suit can otherwise be literally when you need to beat the game already. But one thing the Prime Randomizer introduces is a hint for Phazon suit in the Impact Crater. Once you pick up all of your artifacts and fight Ridley, you can view that hint. But if there's an artifact in PMT, then good luck getting that hint. So, artifact and PMT essentially means you gotta go on a blind hunt for Phazon suit, like in the good old days.
All right, well, actually, and at this point, we're pretty much out of majors, so as besides Thermal Visor, Audraxys is not going to find anything here.
They'll get 2 artifacts.
Yeah, besides artifacts.
What's the other artifact they're missing? They'll get... I know they're missing biohazard containment still.
They
They'll
might
get
have
2
not...
here. What's the 6th one?
Furnace, probably. Because Audraxys tried to do that one earlier, but couldn't get the roll in. Yeah, so I have a feeling week 5 seeds are gonna be a little bit faster on the. And yeah, we're seeing Xeno just do quick pit stops to look for not Phazon suit, Thermal Visor here. Otherwise, and also, we have to walk back to Talon because do you seriously want to? Do you seriously want to save warp back to Mines and go through Frigate again?
They might, though, without Varia, depending on how comfortable they are or are not with VMRs.
That's true, because otherwise we would have to go from, well, it would only be from Transport Tunnel A to Fiery Shores, which isn't the longest VMR in the universe, but I think we're going to see a safety save from Xeno just to be sure.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're
at the very least.
I think they're going to try. Otherwise, I think we would have seen a save warp by now. So yeah, they're going to try. Yeah, I like this, because if you can pull it off, you're right there.
Oh, yeah.
And again, they don't know it, but they have the luxury of time for the time being.
Yeah. Like, barring catastrophic death in, like, the last percentage of Essence's health, yeah, there's not a realistic path for Audraxys to catch up.
Whoops. Nice collision.
Those turrets always make me nervous the way they knock you around.
Yeah, there's only 2 more rooms here, though, so Xeno should be okay. Yeah, it's 8 HP per second, not counting lava damage, obviously, so... Yeah, they've got 30 seconds to get through, at least. And this is the last room, so they should be clear now. They'll take another safety save in landing site. Oh, I did not think about this room. I did not think about this room.
That's fine. Audraxys also had an energy load.
Ooh, trying to do the observatory dash. Thank you, Ice Beam.
Nice beam. Ooh.
Ooh,
Looks like
didn't...
yeah. It looks like their height is good, but they're not getting enough. They're not letting go at quite the right time to eat properly.
Yeah, they need to bend a little bit more, too.
Yeah, that also helps, but it's optional if you do a good enough dash. But they get it.
Aw, it wasn't thermal in observatory.
But that is a nice health. Oh no!
Yeah, Xeno... Every energy tank just mattered there, by the way, for Xeno. Because I'm pretty sure without an extra energy tank, that would have resulted in a death.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, Audraxys is attempting to hop around the trigger and succeeds.
And clean.
And there's the safety save from Xeno, so they're safe now.
123, not bad. This seed could have gone a lot worse.
Yeah, 130 and with spread out artifacts like that too. Yeah, this was okay.
And a super scare.
Yeah, I think the highlight for me is going for plasma to bombs, and then the second one is the initial discovery of the artifacts.
Oh yeah. I mean, that starting location too made me so happy. After my experience.
Yeah, you nailed that one. All right, Screaming Dragon time. To answer a question in chat, Variasuit was in Frost Cave. So it's actually really out of the way.
The closest you come to it is if you enter Vendrona from the back. Otherwise, no, it's not happening. Audraxys back in Observatory. I think they're trying to make a safety save.
Yeah, I don't blame them at this point because, yeah, you're in danger. You still have to do a lot of stuff. Oh yeah, by the way, Boost Ball does 50,000 damage a frame to Ridley Phase 1.
So good. If Ridley's HP weren't capped, he would be atomized, turned to dust, sent to the Shadow Realm. Clean second phase.
Very clean. Very clean, Ridley.
I'm so glad we have a setup for Ridley Phase 2 to mostly negate the awful dashing. That was a really nice discovery.
Yeah. In the beginning of the tournament, my first sighting of manipulated flyby skip was pretty cool. Because I think that was when we really got a chance to see it for the first time here on air, and it boggled my mind at first. Yeah. And to clarify with chat, Xeno's emulator is having a bit of a hard time with some things. I don't remember if they play on... I assume they play on Dolphin, and Dolphin does not like distortion effects.
Neither runner has said a word in the race time. They are focused on their games.
Indeed. Either way, I am looking forward to this. Hello. Hi, Jack. Ooh. Bye, Jack. Hi, Jill. Yeah. But after you deal with Jack and Jill, next you have to deal with Jesse and James. And then they'll go blasting off again, so...
Where's the Meowth in this equation? Is that the tiny hole in the wall?
Good question. Actually, no, Meowth is Samus.
Wouldn't Samus be Ash Ketchum in this case?
Actually, yeah, kind of.
Samus sends him flying off into space.
Anywho, Prime Exo. So far, Xeno not having any trouble with Subchamber 1.
Nice spreader.
Yeah, Ice Spreader definitely does make life a lot easier for Exo.
If you're not comfortable with doing the claw manip where you just stand in front of him to the left of Exo.
But yeah, that was pretty much the best Exo pat. Well, almost the best Exo pattern you could have asked for. Actually, starting with Ice is pretty much the best.
Just so long as they don't get wave first. So long as you can skip wave. Oh, Audraxys is going for Gravityless Frigate.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised by this because it's at the point where you have the ability to get your artifacts, but you don't have gravity. If you can do the trick, this is the time to do it, because otherwise you're just going to be roaming around the world looking and you're not going to find it.
Went too far to the right for the one panel. It's now behind them.
I don't think there's one on this floor.
There is. It's right over here.
Oh, yes.
I always love how, due to the oscillating pattern of wave beam, you can shoot at one of the panels and completely miss because you happen to be staying at the distance where the wave particles will be oscillating out, and then you just hit around the panel instead of on it.
It's like that very accurate targeting system in Fallout. 95% accuracy, huh? That's true. Fusion Rando wave beam without plasma or without wide beam rather is painful. I have seen that.
It's just a straight up sine wave, isn't it? That's a 3 tile tall sine wave, right?
Yep.
Oh god, it is not a good. Yeah, I remember now. Bad times, bad vibes, no good. Very bad even.
Yeah, it's literally NES/SNES wave. It's surprising the game doesn't just fall apart at trying to put that in, too. Xeno got thrown into wave after getting tickled on the way over.
So that was the easy part for Audraxys, getting down here. Now they have to get up this room, which is not the worst thing in the world, but it looks like they have a plan for it. Surprised that worked. Thought they were going to get rejected.
Yeah, me too. Meanwhile, there goes Exo for XenoWars. They have made mincemeat of this fight.
Yeah, that was clean.
Yeah, combat-wise and movement-wise, Xeno hasn't been having too much trouble today. Neither runner has, to be fair. Audraxys just had to kind of improvise with lack of bombs and that unfortunate death earlier. Audraxys might be looking up something to figure out how to do gravityless freight lift.
They're probably just waiting for the dot done to come in so they can stop playing also.
Yeah, we've seen a few races where the runners, after seeing that, have literally said thank you. That position is really bad.
Oh, yeah.
That is like
I mean,
99.
if they get a pool skip here, it's not the end of the world due to no thermal. So maybe XenoWars just gonna take it and move on.
Yep.
Although they did miss a lot of their shots with that. Root gameplay.
Looks like Audraxys is going to do the bomb jump method.
It is very respectable. It's very consistent.
Oh no, got spanked off.
Yeah. The spank weed here is really rude. Yeah, they're definitely fast always, but for consistency, you know, can't beat the old bomb jump arena. Bomb jump arena. Wow, I am dying right now. Apparently, fricketless gravity. Yeah, that's a very accurate way to describe where gravity is. It's non-fricket.
Unfortunately, it looks like the pool wore out, and now Xeno's moved the path along pretty well. In fact, I think after a roar, this should be a pool.
Yep. They're a good pace here. I think they could get away with, like... Oh, wait, no.
That, well, now it's...
Oh, that was X-ray. Oh, okay, whoops.
Yeah, that was the X-ray phase. So...
I was too enthralled by bomb jump to notice the, scan or combat visor phase.
It's interesting that you can use boost to, like, traverse this as well.
Mm-hmm. It only really works so long as you can chain them together and keep moving upwards, unfortunately. But if you can keep that going together, it's pretty good.
Alright, this is going to be their biohazard containment artifact. And yep, fission Metroids have arrived.
And...
Yoo-hoo, over here.
They don't need to be doing attack cancels at this point, or pool cancels. Once you see fission Metroid, you can just unload. There we go.
And that does it. XenoWars finishes in first with a race time GG time of 1:36.15.
So long, gay squid. Hopefully we'll get XenoWars in here for an interview.
I'm sorry.
Hmm?
Quick timeout. Did that underwater drone just bounce a super missile?
Oh, I missed that.
Because I don't recall that working normally.
Hello, GG's.
Hello?
There you are. Hello, welcome.
All right. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
This seed had a pretty interesting story. So, the big difference between the two of you is that Audraxys was really late getting back to bombs.
Oh yeah, that
Yes.
was disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Disgusting bomb placement.
Yeah. They also don't have gravity suit. They never went back to main plaza tree after picking up super missiles from Tower of Light.
I think they just straight up forgot.
See, I actually thought that was an expansion when I checked it, but I just broke it open just in case.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so there was the potential for this seed to be really bad had it not been for the Tower of Light supers, and there was also a chance in your case specifically, Xeno, for things to go so downhill had you not went through Life Grove on your way to Fendrana.
Yeah.
By the way, thermal visors in quarantine monitor.
Yeah, that's...
Not being acquired this playthrough.
would have been nice.
Yeah, those artifacts in general were terrible. We thought it was going to be especially bad with the supers requirements, but luckily they just fell on your lap in Tower of Light.
Yeah, that was pretty nice. Do you know where Varia suit was? I missed it in the...
Oh, you're going to love this. Go ahead, Diggle.
It was in Frost Cave.
Frost.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as you demonstrated, it was possible to get away without it today.
Yeah.
Yeah, Audraxys actually found that. Basically, their route, they chose to, after Spider Ball, they wanted to try and start going through Farchozo, and then continue on.
Spider Ball immediately instead of going to Chozo.
Right.
And then proceeded outwards into late Magmore and late Fendrana.
Yeah, which resulted in them getting Plasma Beam and Varia Suit first, but not...
not Plasma Beam. They got Spider and Varia.
Spider and Varia, but not bombs, because they were in Storage Depot A.
Great location for bombs.
All right, Audraxys, I do believe, has all of their artifacts, so...
They do. They check their artifacts in
so,
the
yeah.
menu.
So they're going to wrap up for us here.
Mm-hmm.
Tough it out to the end, which is quite respectable.
Yeah.
Show the seed who's boss, you know?
Mm-hmm.
This seed, that artifact in Biohazard, wasn't really friendly. I didn't really know when to go pick it up.
Yeah, that's an annoying one to ride in for sure.
Yeah, the labs one was just literally on the polar opposite corner of the world from Biohazard 2, which didn't help.
Yeah.
Yeah. For this, if nothing else, though, it did let you backtrack to Life Grove for Phazon Suit, because we saw you try to go for it earlier, bombless, but didn't quite work out. But you came back right around the time Audraxys had found Phazon Suit there about 3 minutes before you did.
Oh, jeez. So what else did he still need to get at that point?
Gravity Suit, primarily.
Yeah, I was just checking, like, easy checks along the way towards my artifacts. Like, I wouldn't have done, like, Fire Fendrana or Stardust or Chozo Ice Temple.
Yeah, we've just been imagining like how bad the seed could have gone, where things like Phazon Suit and Super Missiles especially.
Yeah, I was
Because
expecting those supers to be pretty deep.
yeah, they could have been, but I think what especially made it worse is that when you had access to Talon, you had like literally the whole world open to you pretty much immediately, like within 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Audraxys also lost a lot of time due to soft locking in Central Dynamo without bombs.
Oh yeah, that was the very first thing they
That's
did.
the main
Right.
reason I didn't really go down there first. Because I didn't have bombs.
Mm-hmm.
So that said, go on.
I'm just saying rudely down.
All right, so Xeno, what are your thoughts on the rest of the matches coming up? We've got Week 5 Major Minor Open World and Week 6 Armory Hunt, so what do you think?
Major and minor should be interesting, especially since the whole world is just open, blue doors.
Yeah, I was thinking that this setting, because it potentially starts you off with a lot of items and has to kind of give you a couple to get you out of a couple boss rooms, was going to be a sort of light blitz setting, but evidently not the case.
Yeah.
But I feel like next week is going to be the blitz setting.
Yeah. Armory Hunt might be a bit blitzy too, since you have all your movement items.
Very true. You have boost and space jump right away. All right, Jack and Jill chasing Audraxys. Jack and Jill blown up by Audraxys.
Jesse and James blasted off again.
Did they still not have gravity suit?
No, they still don't have gravity suit.
Nope. I'm gonna get up real quick and stretch my legs. I'll be right back.
Sure. But yes, folks, we have one more match queued up for this weekend, and it will be about 24 hours from now. It'll be tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Bash Prime versus Robo Scout. With some minor item RA reductions, minor RA changes with Power Bomb, Spring Ball, and default suit damage reduction. I think you folks are going to like that one. Alright, well, so far, Audraxys is just getting started on Subchamber 2 here. Good start with Ice. Everybody's saying Bash going to start on a Morbus somehow. To be fair, he has been doing a lot of Echo's Door Rando. Incoming. Those balls are going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Nope. I think they snuck away from them for the cutscene. Got a great manip on the tractor beam there.
Nice.
All right. Well, so far, power to Ice. That's a pretty good Subchamber 3 for Audraxys. Not a whole lot else to say here, folks, as we're just about ready to put the bow on this mess. Almost took a nasty hit there. Their health isn't particularly great, but they're making it work. Definitely doesn't want to get hit by these plasma balls. I think, like, plus DOT, it's going to do, like, 160 damage if they both slam into them. Nope, there's a double swap there. Oop, and it looks like Exo's gone into super speed. How many missiles does it take to kill the orbs? Just one. They don't have a whole lot of health. Alright, so Audraxys has to be careful here. Those orbs are still out in the field, and they could slam right into them. But it does not. Luckily, there's a good chance for a health refill in this room. Why do they... Well, I guess for the Metroids, but otherwise, why do they give you missiles?
Psychological warfare.
I guess.
Also, hi, I returned.
Well, we're just about wrapping up here. Audraxys is on Essence, but has taken quite a few hits in the process. Alright, good first pool. But now it's thermal phase, so good luck finding Essence with no way to catch her. Managed to get a tickle in. Getting a couple of attack cancels in order to just to add extra a little bit of speed. And that's why they give you missiles. Oh no, pool skip. Oh, that's one of the worst times too, just like before.
The 5 lessons be a quintessence?
I think so.
Ooh, it's thundering outside. It's sick.
Ooh, Audraxys is starting to cut it a little close here. Oh, I definitely heard Essence move there. Ooh, this is actually bad. They can't take more than 2 more shockwaves.
Going for attack cancel with, ooh.
Literally cannot take another hit. Oh, no. Oh, and their last safety save was before Ridley. Well, credit for tenacity. They are still going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least the safety save wasn't elsewhere. All right, luckily Audraxys gets another boost ball hit on Ridley. Nice power bomb drop. Well, that said, folks, again, we want to remind you to follow our runners because they put on a great show for you here this evening. And we also would like to thank our trackers this evening. That's Nasu and Op82. Oh, Diggle beat me to it. But the two of them have done a great job tracking the race, making sure everybody knows who has what. And with that said, folks, I think we're going to let Audraxys finish out, but we are going to wrap up here on Speed Gaming. So again, please be sure to give Audraxys all of your support for their tenacity and putting up with this train wreck of a seed and toughing it out to the end. So with that said, Diggle, anything else you want to add before we call it a day?
Follow Captain. They do the good Twitch streams.
And thanks for letting me join you here in the booth today as well. I think it's been ages since we called a race together. I'm glad we picked this one because this race, this seed was trash. This is worthy of both our praises.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me. By the way, should I click done for Audraxys or just click episode finished?
You can go ahead and click episode finish when we're done. Thanks, Op.
All right, cool.
With that said, once again, folks, thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your night. Again, thanks to the SG staff for making sure we get the myriad of restreams we've been putting up for the last month or so onto the air with virtually no incident. Really is awesome. And we'll see you next mission, folks. See you in week 5. Take care.
Later.
See ya.